Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back to my second episode here on the LifeStream SMP, where I'm continuing off where I ended in the last episode. Last episode, I was going to start with my little boat underwater, and I ended up not going for that just yet. This episode will be solely focusing on getting my starter base started up again. Well, again, my first starter base up. So I've gone around the area through the first night. As I logged in, I was logged in into the night, and I collected some bone meal. While collecting that bone meal, the trees have seemed to start growing. I just have to get rid of this guy. I'm very good at this, as you can see. He did not drop anything. Okay, so let's get back to that. So clearly you can see my little wood spawner does work. An oversight from me, the water does not flow through trees, apparently. There we go. Back to being able to breathe in my own little hole here. So as you can see, it does work at this point as intended. It grows its trees. With a bit of bone meal, we can grow many trees at once, which will just make harvesting a bit less effort. And this should allow us to keep harvesting the wood as much as possible without having to leave the water at all, which makes my life somewhat simpler. Although I don't know if it really is that much simpler than just going out of the water with a bucket. Running around on land with a bucket of water might be more efficient than constantly having to open up my little breathing hole. But it was worth a shot. I will expand this further. I think I might expand this to work in strips rather than just surrounding a single hole in the ground. Once I have it in strips, I think what will happen is I will be able to, because I can't reach from here. So I think what I want to do is I want to expand this out into strips, which will then allow me to put a hopper minecart at the bottom, which just keeps picking up all of my wood as it lands, which will allow me to harvest much more wood in a single go. There we go. I think this is a general shape I should be able to go for. There's a lot of smoothing to still happen, and I gotta get the shape a bit more refined just to get it closer to an actual hull of a ship. But I think I quite like it. It's sort of synced into the side and just gets the general idea across. I think I'll build a bit of like sand and gravel bolt into the side of it, giving it sort of feel like it's been there for a while and sunk into the ground there. And then I'll add some more smoothing, like with the stairs as I've done here. Adding more smoothing, adding more details to the sides. I am no master builder at all, so it takes quite a bit from me to figure out how to get these things to work. So I have quite a bit more to do here just to ensure that it gets the full idea across that I'm going for. Oh, hi. Thanks, Dolphin. I did want to fly across the screen there. And yeah, it's getting there. It's starting to feel a bit more like a ship. I'd like to get it done. Just get a general feeling to it, just of having a little starter base. I will later expand to get a large ship down on that side, but this is just a place to start out with. I'll get a mast perhaps lying across the ocean bed or leaning up against this mountainish area or something. I'm not sure what I'm going to do there quite yet. But yeah, that's just what I've got so far. Let me see if I can try get some more details into it just to get it feeling a bit more substantial. I have got some block variation in. Got some of these cool little stacks of goods that might have broken off from the main ship, dropped around, just giving it a bit more life. Well, life like on the one side. If you don't look at the actual ship, it looks very lively. And giving some block variation just to improve a bit of the visuals. As you can see, I really am no master builder. I've still got a lot of detailing to do just to get it, giving it a bit of more shape, putting in some fences, some actual wood, maybe a proper platform at the top. I don't know. With a bit of messing around with it, I think I should be able to get a good look to it, having it feel a bit more like a ship. At this point, it looks like a solid piece of wood just lying at the bottom of the ocean, not quite a ship just yet. But I think I'm getting there. It's starting to shape up a little bit. The variation and the barrels have helped quite a bit just to give it a bit more life. So after much going back and forth with myself, I have managed to get it looking like an actual ship. After contemplating and trying to think what is wrong with my current design, I finally came to the conclusion that it should not be flat. Many reference images later, that is. Giving it a bit of a curve makes it feel much more like a ship, I realized, so it kind of has the actual vibe of a ship now, which I'm very happy with. I gave it a bit of a floor with an upstairs area here, which I still don't know what the actual word for it is, and a little captain's quarters here just for me to sleep past the nights. I just want to add a sail up here, just have it sunken into the back, so the back of the ship won't be finished or done at all. Sort of just given it was just lost to time. I would like it to believe it to be. Now, I just want to add the sail. I'll have it like all tattered and sort of weathered through years of being sunken underwater. So it'll be an old ship, and that'll just be the final design for my starter home. Later, I'll go into designing a larger base and having fully fledged builds. This is just for me to have a start home to start out with. The little mini tree farm here is still going well. It's actually producing quite a bit for me. And I have a small birch tree row outside with a spruce tree that I come to cut down every now and then, which just gives me the wood that I need to complete projects like this for now. Then after this, I'll have a quick mining session. So I kept it open down here, just allowing me to still access my tunnel system down here. I have done some, well, I don't know if you can count that as mining. I just needed some cobble, so, and it'll allow me to sort of build down here. I'm gonna go mining soon just to get a collection of, just get my first diamonds and get this thing all settled up. And then I will continue to expand my tree rows here. Yeah. Let me get on to creating the sail pole for now and get it tatted up. Doing a bit of mining off camera, as the meme goes. I have gotten a couple diamonds, around 10, exactly 10. I think I'm going to go for a full 1 hour mining session, see what I can do in the next hour or until the pickaxe breaks, and that should get us in a good position to continue and start enchanting things. I did start by planting a couple sugarcane up here, which will allow me to get some paper. And I do need to figure out the leather situation too before I can get my enchanting up. So until then, no diamonds will be mined until I can get a couple of fortune on my pickaxe to just get the higher amounts of diamonds. Let's go. About 30 minutes into my mining session, I realized I've not been recording my entire session, which I was planning to put into a time lapse, which makes me feel great. So what I've done in order to stay alive, being able to breathe underwater, every couple of blocks I added another water source in, which allows me to swim back and forth. It is a very slow process. And every now and then I place a little area here where I have an infinite water source to keep refilling rather than going back all the way. So in the end, this one goes back a very, very long way. So next, what I thought I'd do is I'd start hitting holes in the walls to expose as many blocks as possible. Here I found some of my first diamonds, which I will leave right here for now just to keep them safe until I have Silk Touch or Fortune to come and mine them out. Then I want to return all the way down my tunnel. And here I'll start exposing as much blocks as possible. So here's my starting point. And I will go ahead and start punching holes in the walls. These holes will expose as much air as possible, which will show new blocks such as these golden blocks, the lapis lazuli, which is right above it, and so on and so forth. In each tunnel, I just start hiding myself in water, which keeps me safe again. So it just keeps me, in general, I'm going to go through my entire tunnel that I just mined and start poking holes in it. Let's see if I can record a proper time lapse this time. That mining session lasted about another 20 minutes, and my pickaxe decided that I am now done mining and that it is not feeling like doing any more work. So let us see what we were able to get from here. I was able to get almost 2 stacks of iron, which is something to begin with, which places me at around 3 stacks, half a stack of gold. Mining goes quite a bit slower, having to go up for water every couple seconds. At least I got quite a lot of coal, a good amount of levels, which should help me for my enchanting. Yeah, much slower than I thought it would be. I mean, I'm used to just going for it, and having to run back for air the whole time is a whole different ball game compared to what mining has ever been. And, well, it is an unenchanted pickaxe. You can only expect so much from it. Let me smelt these up, get those out of the way, and then I shall, let's harvest some of the sugar canes. Just divide these up a bit. I know this should technically be in 8, but it does not matter too much at this point. Just fill these up quickly. There we go. Okay, with those filled up and ready to keep smelting, I will take a quick nap before I go out into the world. Now with this sugarcane, I think I'm gonna just expand it for now until I have enough to get the books going for a level 30 enchanting table. Let me just not die from creepers right now. Once I've got the level 30 crafting table, I'll get that going. And Now I shall work on some of this tree farm. It has quite a bit more to go. Starting to wonder if it's really that necessary. If I compare it with just getting the trees outside, it really takes about the same amount of time, and it's just so much more convenient working directly from here. So I think what I'm going to do is first get some cows, start breeding them up, get a little wheat farm going, and get that ready so that I can start enchanting my gear. Lulu. Okay. After a couple of minutes, I managed to get a little mini wheat farm up and running inside my base, right next to the mini tree farm right there. This will just serve to get me some wheat to breed up the cows that are up above. The cows were a slow process. Getting cows past over water is never a fun experience, so but I did manage to get them all here. I have 3 of them. So with the wheat down below, I should be able to breed up all the cows up here, allowing me to get enough leather to get set up with an enchanting table. So between these episodes, from this episode to the next, I'll farm up some more wheat, propagate it, get my farms up and running, get my cows breeding, and that should allow me to get my enchanting running. Thank you so much for watching. If you are still here by the end of this video, I do really appreciate it very much. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.